And welcome everybody here to the arena here today as we get kicked off with the Astro Gaming Cup. I'd like to welcome all of those in the chat who have been bopping your heads and getting ready, feeling those beats going as we get set for this, the grand final day today of the Astro Gaming Cup, where there's going to be 2,000 Rand in cash prizes up for grabs. We've got our three teams ready to kick things off, and those teams are none other than Freebies versus Atomic in our match number one, the losers bracket final, waiting down there, essentially their claws ready to be able to grasp at their opponent that falls down from below. It's out of retirement, where there's some familiar names, which we'll run through in just a bit, but for right now, it's all about the winners bracket final. Both of these teams have not lost a game thus far in the competition. Now, this is their chance to be able to stand toe-to-toe up against one another, wheel-to-wheel, bumper-to-bumper. The action is packed. Let's see what is going to happen. We've got Freebies, and representing that team, I believe we've got Komkopi, we've got Eugen, as well as Zero, and on the other side of things, Atomic, where it's Wee Casper, S Falcon, as well as Yo Pigo. Some of the players that you know and love. And today, it's all about, can they go head-to-head? Who is going to be able to come out on top? Rocket League, ladies and gentlemen, is alive and kicking, or should I say bumping, in South Africa. So many tournaments, so much action, and more to come. Recently announced, actually, is the Level Fox Showdown. And for those of you who might not be familiar with that, 25,000 Rand in cash prizes will be up for grabs. We'll be talking about that throughout today, of course. But right now, the ball has been laid. The match is ready. And it's time to get those engines revved and to get yourself kicked off. Welcome, everybody. It is time to get this one going. It is the Astro Gaming Cup Rocket League Finals. Ladies and gentlemen, we're doing this every single month. So make sure that you get yourself registered if you did not join us for the first one. But today, it is all about getting the game underway. So we wait for the teams. We wait. We get ourselves ready. Obviously, the tension builds. And we wait before we kick things off. The ever traditional orange v blue. And I want to find out from you guys in the chat, who do you think is going to be able to take this series? Of course, double elimination bracket. The action kicked off last week, and today it comes into full fruition here today. At the moment, in terms of your votes that have made the count, we still have Freebies with 30% of the vote. They share another 30% with Out of Retirement, where from that side of things, you got Mr. Low and Punflakes, as well as Snoozy waiting. And on the opposite side of things, we've got Atomic Esports. So just waiting for these players to be able to join their sides respectively. And we should be able to get into this one as we're just waiting for our teams at this point. So I need to just make sure that the teams are all set and ready. Remember, casting your vote now is going to be all important. We'll be keeping track of that throughout today. And then a couple of cool announcements that we've got coming on your way from Astro Gaming. If you guys want to take a look at the Astro A10 headsets, we're going to be giving those away quite soon, so make sure that you stay tuned to ACGL socials. That's at African Gaming, if you want to be able to check out when you're going to be able to stand a chance to be able to win that. So it does look like the engines will start revving and the players will get going, as now it is all time to kick off, and it does look like we're going to be able to start things off with a little bit of a bash, as it's going to be Yopi Go representing Atomic, trying to get that ball in towards the cross side of the net, and a shot on goal will be launched early on here, as the player's going to put their way down this right-hand side. Oh, it's a good push back in towards the center. Good defense being shown here from, I believe that's the Freebies team, nailed up against the top of the post. So a little bit of a frantic start from each one of these teams, but now it's all about that demo coming in from Yopi Go up against Eugen, setting the tone for the game here today. And it's a double back, as both these teams are essentially just going to be making sure that they can feel one another out. One of the cool things as well from the ACGL's team side of things, we got a bit jealous when it came down to the RLCS side. And those of you that have been watching that, notice that on your screen you'll be able to traditionally see each one of the players' boosts. We are working on that from our side to make sure that in hopefully our next Rocket League broadcast that we'll be able to bring you that. But for right now, it's all about who's on screen, and we've got Komkopi trying to work his way in. It does look like that one's going to deflect towards the opposite side. So Freebies trying to juggle this one up at the moment, as they're currently in orange and we've got Atomic in blue. So Freebies dancing in the middle of the court. It's going to be Atomic that rises up high. Yopi goes on the backside of things, needs to try and get his way back towards a boost. And a very, very good clearance off the line from Wee Casper. A little bit of back and forth, but it's a slide from the top. Hits the bar. And this one's going to be doubled back. A little bit of acrobatic aerial gameplay being shown there from this fantastic Atomic team. And now Freebies have an opportunity to burst their way forward towards their opposition goal box. It's going to be Eugen. Bounces towards this one up against the backboard. It's a great clearance coming in there from Yopi Go. This one chipped over the top. And once again, a rinse and a repeat of a rise to failure of trying to get their way towards that goal line. 3 minutes left on the clock. Ladies and gentlemen, I hope you're feeling the hype here today. It is the finals, and it is going to be a best out of 5 when it comes down to the winners bracket final. Same thing for the losers bracket final. However, we get our first goal of the game, and it's got to be the Yopi Go who rises up high. Let's see this in terms of the replay. Zero moves this one towards the side, and it's going to be a little bit of a pinch coming in there as Atomic get the goal and take the 1-0 lead advantage. And as things draw close, it does look like we go all the way back to kickoff, and with us reaching almost the halfway mark on the timer, it is going to be a good aggressive gameplay being shown here from Freebies, who work their way up towards their opposition half, and now it's going to be on the counter-attack. Wee Casper trying to flick this one up and towards the center. Is there going to be a follow-through? Actually does another little touch against the backboard. Now to try follow up. It's a great defensive play coming in there from Freebies on the line, and with a little bit of boost in hand, they should be able to turn this one in their favor. However, it's going to be Casper rising up from high, and it's going to be a fantastic clearance coming in from Freebies to get off the line. And now, once again, on the counter-attack, trying to flick this one into the top right-hand corner. It is going to be a little bit of a rise to the challenge, if you will, as Zero gets his way up high. Wee Casper brings it down low. And it does look like, once again, the aerial ping-pong, the aerial back and forth between both of these teams will keep going as Yopi Go picks up his full boost. That's going to give him a little bit of play to work with, as it's going to be Wee Casper trying to dart this one up against the backboard. Nothing just yet, as 1 minute 43 seconds left on the clock. Really can go either way as this one gets pinched up towards the right ball side. It's going to be Atomic in a little bit of an uncomfortable position, but it's what a save there coming in from Echo. And he is the sub from Atomic, and showing that, you know what, he can rise to the challenge when it comes down to being that last defensive ditch player. 2 players from Freebies up against the challenge, but it was Echo that came out with the clearance. Now Wee Casper also just backed up, doing a little bit of defensive work. 1 minute 13 seconds left on the clock, and so far a little bit of an action-paced game. You can feel the nerves already in this game number 1. It's a tension breaker between both of them as Freebies now on the back foot, but this is going to be Wee Casper has opportunity, and this one darts all the way back, all the way front is Zero. He will go for the challenge, but Yopi Go is too quick as he darts up against the backboard. Not going to be able to turn the angle in time. Has 50 seconds left, ladies and gentlemen. It's a fantastic clearance coming in from Zero, but they need to try and make the most of this. We'll work towards the left-hand side, and it is going to be an aerial juggle. Is there anybody in the box? Yep, it is going to be Eugen rising up from high to come up with the clearance that is needed. Now with 34 seconds. Rises up high. Defensive play coming in from Freebies yet again. Freebies need to get this one off of the line. They've been pushed back time and time again. And this time it is going to be a double rise, so maybe a little bit of miscommunication coming in there from Freebies, but this one gets pinched towards the backside towards Casper. It's not really a comfortable position as Zero rises up. Will he be able to get this one up against backboard? Gets a demo. This is going to be a 2v3 for a couple of seconds. However, Kumkumi's gone too far forward. 8 seconds left on the clock. They scramble to get back, and Freebies need to keep this ball in the air if they hope to survive this map, or rather match number 1. As it keeps on going high, it is going to be defensive clearance, and as it falls to the center court, Atomic take the lead. 1-0 in favor. Not too bad coming in from the Atomic team, and Yopi Go was a hard hitter power forward there for the squad as he came up 1-0. So the nail biter of a match number 1 will get finished, but we go into match number 2 here, and it is still going to be, I believe, is this going to be Atomic in blue? Indeed it will be, and we've got Freebies in orange, so not too much will change on that side. However, Atomic gets that 1-0 in that game number 1. Very much a nail biter so far. As we get to a kickoff, we need to be able to see, Can the Freebies make the most of their effort? I feel like there's some kind of miscommunication at times when it comes down to both of those players rising at the same time instead of being able to share that load. Maybe it's just nerves towards the end of the game, but ooh, goal line defense being shown from Echo yet again, showing his goalkeeping prowess, if you will, at the moment. Rises up towards right hand side. This one gets pinched in, and it's going to be a goal for Freebies as Eugen gets the goal. And that is going to allow them to take the first lead of the series thus far. And it was a scrambling clearance coming in from Echo at the start. I mean, came up with a great save. However, just giving his opposition a little bit too much to work with, as it's going to be Eugen who usually slots those ones home. All right, so now once again, it's going to be Atomic on the back foot. This one rises up high. And it is going to be Wee Casper just tracking this one to see where it darts, where it falls. It falls quite kindly, but he's not going to commit to it. Rather defensively, going to make sure that his team is sound. Komkopi rises up, flicks this one in towards the near post, but nobody's going to be there. As a demo comes in, that's going to be the Atomic team with a little bit of a numerical advantage for now as they try to work on the counter-attack. But it darts across the face of the goal as Freebies miss out with what could possibly be a freebie goal directly for them there, as Wee Casper also not being able to find his way in. So it does look like this Atomic squad is slightly perturbed by this Freebies team early on here, who's come out of the gates absolutely roaring. Echo tries to just change the angle of the ball, change the angle of the play, and give themselves a little bit more breathing room to try work their way forward on the attack. At the moment, it doesn't look like Echo's going to be making the most of his boost, but it does look like the Atomic squad have two back to be able to get this one up the right-hand side of the pitch. So, not too bad so far from the Atomic team, who get themselves a demo. Will this be cut in towards the middle side of that goalpost? Ooh, good clearance coming in there, and I believe that is Eugen on that side of things. So, Freebies find themselves in defensive play. That one gets pushed on the top left-hand side. Eugen once again coming up big when he needs to. So, the aerial back and forth as this one rises up high. We're just going to have to wait and see who is going to break this deadlock. 1-0 currently, just like the previous game, except it is the Freebies that took that early lead, and this one's going to get chipped up to forwards goal, and it's going to be another demo coming out. Maybe a little bit of frustration, but that's two demos in quick succession. This is going to be a huge push coming in here from Atomic, who tries to chip this one over the top. Oh, it's a little bit of a ball getting stuck between both of those players, but it will get rise once high once again as Freebies finally get the ball in towards the opposite side of the court just for it to get pushed back. And Atomic is essentially surging forward here at the moment, as they've managed to keep their possession, making sure that they can keep control over the boosts, as it is going to be Yopi go off the line, off the clearance, and now needs just a little bit more follow through from the rest of the Atomic team. And we absolutely just have to wait and see, will this deadlock get broken? 1 minute 50 seconds left on the clock as this one nail-bitingly gets close, as Komkopi tries to push that one in towards his teammate, but this one rising dangerously high in front of the Freebies goal net. Wee Casper tries to pass that one back, but it's not going to be an accurate enough shot coming in here from Yopi Go. And Atomic will have to keep testing their luck. The fall comes in, and that's going to be a fantastic save coming in from Komkopi, as the ball keeps on getting pressed in and around. I swear if we had a heat map at this point in time, it would all read hot, hot, hot across the orange goal line. But finally, a goal line clearance will get made. Yopi Go is there from behind just to be able to push this one in towards his opposition side of the court. 1 minute is on the clock, that all remains. Echo has risen up way too early there and might find himself out of position as this one gets blasted in towards the goal net, but that's going to be a fantastic clearance. I believe that was coming in from, was that Eugen on the goal line? As Freebies will get tested from a defensive side of things, as Atomic once again keep on pressing. Furthest forward will be Zero, as Echo just trying to track this one back, goes up against the wall, not going to be able to come up with a connection. It's going to be a demo, and that's going to give them a numerical advantage yet again. Now this is a huge opportunity for Freebies to chip this one up high. It goes up towards the goal, but not going to be able to find the back of the net. 20 seconds is all that remains. Freebies desperately need this one just to be able to claw it back within one between these two teams. Chipped up towards the side. This one risen high, and it's going to be Atomic. 10 seconds left on the clock. It gets pinched up against the side of the wall, but it's going to be Wee Casper trying to deliver this one out of essentially the danger zone. And Zero just taps it on the ground, says, you know what, we'll take that. Freebies get themselves a 1-0. And ladies and gentlemen, we're basically where we left off. And it is going to be Atomic 1 to Freebies 1. But not a bad game thus far, and things showing, I mean, the match showing itself exactly how tight it is going to be between these two. So keep those predictions coming in. It does look like we've got a little bit of variation coming in, saying that a lot of people believing Atomic are going to be the team that will take this. And I mean, rightly so. Atomic came through the series, and I think they only dropped one. No, they actually dropped 2 maps. So they dropped 1 match in the best out of 3 to the out of retirement team, which is waiting in the losers bracket. And then they also dropped 1 against Dala. What you must. Gotta love that name. And then on the opposite side of things, Freebies, they haven't dropped a single game throughout this entire series, and right now are being tested by the Atomic squad, as it does look like we're going to have a change of fortune potentially on our hands, as one of these teams will lose their first game regardless in this winners bracket final. It is Atomic taking on Freebies, and if you're just joining us, ladies and gentlemen, game number 3, both of these teams tied up at 1 apiece, as Komkopi tries to get the ball off of his goal line. That will get knocked through from his teammate, who will be able to get a little bit of movement towards that backboard. We nicely jukes out his opposition number there, and does look like it will find its way towards the mid-court at the moment, as it's going to be Eugen trying to juggle this one, and it is going to be Freebies trying to find their way in here, but not being able to get into any demos or any positional play just yet. So a bit of a tentative, a slow down approach, if you will. Changing the game speed can throw off your opposition from time to time, especially when it's all out fast-paced action. Sometimes you just want to slow it down and see if you can force an error from your opposition, maybe commit too quickly. And Eugen at the moment pops this one towards the mid-court, and it's not going to be any teammates there ready to be able to find it, but Wee Casper, fully boosted up, will find himself in essentially that GK position, as it's going to be Zero trying to bounce this one up against the backboard. We'll wait for Wee Casper's movement here, who tries to pinch the ball up. This one floats kindly up in towards the center court, and Zero will have to wait and drop back and join his teammate there. And that is Komkopi furthest behind on the defensive side. This one will get chipped over the top. It is a good attempt there, but Eugen gets it off the line, shows cool, calm composure. 3 minutes left on the clock, and both of these teams still tied up at 0 apiece. So tense between the two. Oh, this one gets chipped over the top. Will this one get pinched down low? No, it's going to be Yopi Go that rises up to the challenge and gets this one off the goal line. Zero now floating on the left-hand side like a silky Spider-Man. Will be able to chip this one up? No. Will he be able to get there in time? He does, and it's a defensive error coming in from Echo, and it's going to be Komkopi that comes up with the goal that is needed. Oh, he actually popped it down low. Fantastic play there from Komkopi, as Echo rose up high, expecting the shot to at least have a little bit of aerial. And it wasn't going to be enough there, as it's going to be Freebies that get themselves another big opportunity. And just like that, they double their lead. And it's going to be Komkopi yet again that gets the goal. As you can see from this right-hand side, burst in, saw the opportunity, and fantastic goal coming in there at the last, as Freebies double their position into 2-0. And at the moment, it is going to be the ball that gets flicked forward. Once again, it's Komkopi furthest forward for his teammate. He does see him there. Ooh, the teammate wasn't there, and I don't think was that Zero on his side of things, unable to find his way in towards a goal box. Now it's going to be Wee Casper on the opposite side of things. Needs to try work the ball into positional for his teammates, but the defensive play coming in from Eugen yet again is too strong for Atomic to find their way in. That one, another big goal opportunity gets saved there from Wee Casper. This one gets drifted up towards the Freebies goal line. Not going to be a freebie for the Atomic team just yet, as once again clearing their lines. Atomic now in a good position, but need to try turn this into their favor. They've managed to get themselves a little bit of an attacking press. Echo tries to go for the direct shot, and not going to be able to essentially get past the defensive line of the Freebies. rises up yet again, and Casper, a little bit of dribbling work will essentially get mitigated here. And it's going to be a big demo coming in from Zero on Echo. And now the counter-attacking opportunity does come in from Atomic. Kumkopi sees this one raising up towards the right-hand side. His teammate will come there in time, but it's going to be Echo that gets himself demoed yet again. 1 minute, 20 seconds left on the clock, and Freebies are looking like they're in a driving position at the moment. All right, so as Freebies essentially try to chip this one over the top, it's going to be Casper that does manage to bring this one back, and I'd like to be able to see this replay from his side of things as he does chip that just ever so delicately over the top, and we'll be able to put that in. And it does look like we're going to have a nail-biter of a final minute here in this game number 3. As we go to kickoff yet again, is going to be Kumkopi in the middle of the court as Zero tries to bounce this one up towards the left-hand side. We'll go for the double touch. And it is going to be about who can rise up to the challenge, and it does look like Atomic are ready to try get this counter-attack going. It is going to be Echo to Yopi Go, who's up on front. Casper gets the demo. Will they be able to take advantage of this numerical position? Oh, it's a great pass coming in from Freebies. It bounces up against the back wall. It's Eugen who managed to come in just in time, and fantastic play from him as he managed to press that one up against the backboard. Zero gives it another double bounce, knowing that his teammate was there ready and waiting, just needed to throw them off in time. And there we go. Freebies get themselves another goal with 36 seconds left on the clock. And I've got to say, really, really well played there from Freebies. That positional play from Zero, just to be able to get that bounce off of the wall and just to throw his opposition off in terms of what would have been the predicted pattern of the ball. Now, I think out of the game, they've definitely had the most opportunities. It's going to be Casper trying to go up with the dribble, but this time they will rise up, and will it be Atomic? No! It's a little bit of a haphazard shot that just narrowly hits the left-hand side of that post. And with 2 goals to be able to get scored in at least 1 second, it does look like Atomic have found themselves on the back foot, as it is going to be Freebies that put down the ball low. And ladies and gentlemen, we go to game number 4. It is, 3-1 in favor of Freebies, who are now 1 game away from progressing through to the grand final. And a reminder to you, ladies and gentlemen at home, that we've got out of retirement a team in their own right that I believe can stand up to the test. Mr. Lowe, Punflakes, as well as Snoozy. And you know what? They've already, in this tournament thus far, come up with some big results. I know up against Atomic, it is a game that we brought up a little bit earlier. 2-1 in favor of Atomic. And I think after retirement, definitely want to have another bite at their opposition to see if they can turn this next result in their favor. So, at the moment, it is going to be Casper that gets the goal there for his team, for Atomic. However, on the opposite side, Freebies 2-1. And we're just waiting for the teams right now. Does look like we're just going to get them going. At the moment, I want to find out who's going to be able to join us. If you're wondering, as I do see Static saying, where's my co-caster? I believe they're all at a wedding this afternoon, more than likely. Some of the casters, or they're out. So we did reach out to the traditionals, and it does look like a lot of the casters are unfortunately unable to join us here today. So you're left with my dodgy voice, so I hope that it's bearable. But we'll be able to see who's going to be able to bear through the action regardless as we get through to our next round. We're just waiting, I believe, for this Freebies team to join up. Our admins are taking care of that, so give us a couple of seconds, ladies and gentlemen, and we'll be able to jump into that. So as we wait for these teams to get ready, I want to find out from you guys, do you still think Atomic Gaming is going to be the team taking this? I mean, at the moment, in terms of votes, we've got 18 votes in total, and 9 of those votes all going in favor of Atomic, whereas it is out of retirement that is waiting in the wings, and Freebies, the team that potentially finds themselves moving towards that winners bracket final, or rather the grand final, finds themselves with the closest step forward in favor of that, will now have to work their way in from what you all deemed the least likely position. So We're going to have to wait and see, will the Freebies be the team that can take this? So, ladies and gentlemen, one thing I did want to take a little bit of an opportunity, and while we wait for the team, we have the opportunity to do that. So, when it comes down to Rocket League, we're very, very excited. We had an announcement that came up on Friday where we will be having a competition where we'll host 2 qualifiers, and for FIFA and Rocket League respectively, the both applies the same, where the top 2 teams or top 2 players, just depending on the title, will make their way through to Cape Town, to Atlantic Studios, to compete in an IRL setting, in real life, ladies and gentlemen, in a studio. And I've got to say, it is going to be epic. 25,000 Rand in cash is up for grabs for the teams in the top 4. And then when it comes down to FIFA, I think we've got 15,000 Rand, but you're not here for FIFA, ladies and gentlemen. I know you are here for the Rocket League. So we've got the Rocket League action, and we'll be able to see these teams 3v3 sitting across from one another. And it is going to be absolutely sick. We can't wait to be able to see it. But for right now, does look like we've got the action ready to go as we kick off yet again. And this time it is going to be Freebies that get themselves off to probably one of the fastest flying starts we have ever come across. Eugen gets a pinch shot, almost immediately bounces up against the backboard. Echo gets left darting, as so does Yopigo, and what, I can't believe that from Casper. Also, everyone went for boost. Nobody was able to get to the ball in time, and it does look like Freebies get exactly that, a freebie goal. Statics, we are going to studio to absolutely stream that, good sir. We are streaming every single second as I answer the question. Eugen jumps up. I do apologize, Eugen, for not being able to give you commentary over that goal, but let's see what he did. Does look like he rises up. The ball, oh no, it actually rises up, and does look like it's just defensive errors coming in here from Atomic. I'm not too sure what's going on, but Freebies off to an absolute flyer. And reverting back to that statics, yes, we're going to be streaming. We'll present all that action to you live on Saturday, the 4th of December. But for right now, on the defensive side of things, it is going to be Atomic working their way forward. Casper, he's looking hungry to try get his team back into this one. You don't want to find yourself in that losers bracket where you will essentially, if you win your game, have to find your opposition into a double reset. And it is best of 5s, ladies and gentlemen, in our final day of play. At the moment, Eugen rises up towards our right-hand side. The ball will get popped up across, and it's going to be Atomic now for their attack. And let's see how they're going to be able to make the most out of this. However, it is the passing play that has been delightful from Freebies. And this time, they're not going to be able to find their way in towards their opposition net as easily as they did. This one gets chipped over the top. Now it's going to be the follow-through coming in here from Echo, who puts it down low. And not going to be able to connect in time, as it is, once again, the 50-50 in mid-air. It is floating dangerously, precariously, if you will, across the goal line, and it is going to be Komkomi with a good deflection in terms of defensive play. This one gets chipped up towards the left-hand side. Echo is ready and waiting. Yopigo tries to get the shot on, but not going to be able to find it in the back of that goal line as Casper drifts that one dangerously. Yopigo was there ready and waiting, but the counter-attacking opportunity. Freebies get themselves another goal. 3-0, 3-1, ladies and gentlemen. And that's how we found ourselves. Freebies, essentially in game number 1, found themselves on the back foot up against Atomic in a 1-0, and then turned it on its head in game number 2. Top momentum, where they took that game 1-0. And in game number 3, 3-1 in favor of Freebies. At the moment, Freebies are building up some solid boosted momentum as they take it 3-0 on this game number 4. And with 3 minutes on the clock remaining, it is going to be a chip that gets put over the top of the goal line. And now it's going to be Eugen on the defensive clearance, not going to be able to find it. As this one gets drifted down low, it's Yopigo finding out the fraction, the small, a little bit tiny bit of space to be able to weave this ball in Ovi's opposition's head, and Zero left darting and left with 0 in hand in terms of being able to even get close to that ball. As right now, Atomic are going to fight for every single opportunity, and it's a huge goal line clearance coming in from Echo. We've seen his defensive prowess when it comes down to clearing off the line. At the moment, this one gets chipped over the top. Komkomi's trying to at least reverted back into the direction of his teammate. Zero gets a nice chip. However, this one falls dangerously. It's Yopigo rising up. Weak Casper's right there too. And it is going to be, once again, Freebies getting themselves out of danger and out of the frying pan and into the oven, as it does look like Atomic are going to keep this push going. As Freebies do manage to turn the position somehow into their favor. As Komkopi not going to be able to find the boost needed to be able to get up as high as he needed. As it's weak Casper chipping this one up across the top. It's a bit of a 50-50. This one rises up towards his opposition's net and now needs to dart back. Who's going to be there in time? It's weak Casper with Komkopi waiting and ready. And it's going to be a flip reset up against the top side of the roof. No, it glitches up towards the left-hand side, and Komkopi comes up with the defensive plays. 1 minute 20, 1 minute 50 seconds in the clock. And right now, it is going to be Freebies on the attack. And this one's going to dart curiously over the top, as it is Atomic, who need to just perhaps calm things down, find their footing or find their placement here. As it's going to be Zero that rises up, puts the ball down, and now it's going to be the follow-through coming in here from Atomic. This one gets chipped over. This is the last time that we saw how shaky they can be when that ball finds the backboard without certainty. And weak Casper now trying to drift this one up towards the right-hand side, just trying to keep his opposition guessing in terms of the ball placement. And right now, Yopigo does great work to get that double touch. Now we'll get the ball played up across the net, but no one is there and waiting for that ball to essentially effectively be put across that quickly. Echo now on the defensive side of things will work his way up against the back wall. And it does get a little bit of a pinch there between him and his teammate. 44 seconds left in the clock. As it is going to be an opportunity here for Freebies, as Zero finds the ball put across perfectly from his side from Komkopi, who gets a great pass. Zero was there, ready, willing, and waiting. 35 seconds is all that remains. Atomic are finding themselves in a very, very difficult position here, as it is going to be Eugen rising up once again. The attack will keep on being pressed here, but it's going to be Echo who tries to get that touch in midair. It's Zero on the defensive side. 22 seconds left on the clock as the lines will get cleared. It's Zero trying to deflect this one in towards the opposition net. Ooh, it bounces dangerously as Echo clears the line and will be able to get himself out of that position. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6. Will there be a goal left in it? 4, 3, 2, 1. And ladies and gentlemen, we have Freebies moving their way through, and that is thanks to some fantastic play across the board. Zero, your player of the game. It seems to be 4-1 in favor of Freebies, who will now find themselves in that grand final, fighting for their share of 2,000 Rand in cash prizes. Now we're going to get ourselves ready and moving after the break, where it is going to be the losers bracket final, where we've got Out of Retirement taking on Atomic. We'll catch you after the break.
Good hit. We got this.
For attention, I don't need the extra tension, cause I'm in the fourth dimension. Trap P is high in suspension. Now don't bother with the haters, cause they all be imitators. We real life manipulators. Get it back up and see you later. I like me for me. I'ma be what I'ma be. I like me for me. I am who I wanna be. Na 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 na. I like me for me. I'ma be what I'ma be. Prove it to myself. I like nobody else. Prove it to myself. I like nobody else. Gotta prove it to myself. I like nobody else. Gotta prove it to myself. I like me for me.
Nice play. Woo! Medusa,
sauce. I sha la 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 sisters. We never ate couscous. I love it when you couscous. 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 Love it, love it, love it, love it, love it, love it, love it. Afro, Georgie, bring this, and rock the messy colors. Na 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 na. I love it when you couscous. Love it when you couscous.
Good hit. We got this.
Happy Halloween, everybody, and welcome back to the action. And does look like we've got a little bit of a Halloween scare on our hands, ladies and gentlemen. The team known as Out of Retirement has been forced back into retirement as one of their players is unable to make it here today. So they essentially forfeit their place in the losers bracket final, which means ipso facto connecting vis-a-vis back into, and therefore because we are going to find ourselves essentially having the very same match, but with a little bit of different context as we had previously. It's Atomic taking on Freebies. essentially, Freebies sees their opposition Atomic get a freebie in order to progress their way into the very same match which we had previously, but without the same scores. If that sounds confusing, it's because I made it so. Now, let's cross over to the action. It is going to be Atomic taking on Freebies, ladies and gentlemen, and it is going to be our first best of 5. Remember, this is now the grand final, so context has changed a little bit, and it means that whoever wins this best of 5, if that is Atomic, we have what we deem as a bracket reset. Whereas if it is Freebies, then they will find themselves as the champions of the Astro Gaming Cup on this oh so spooky Halloween confusing day of Rocket League, but even more so an exciting day for hopefully each and every single one of you. I hope those of you that did some kind of trick-or-treating have some candy by your side and are managing to scramble down, eat as much sugar as you can while you've got the excuse. For right now, if you need an adrenaline boost as opposed to a sugar boost, you've come to the right place. It is going to be Atomic taking on Freebies here in the grand final. And at the moment, as pretty much has been the theme of this series, very much a close game between both of these two teams every single time, as it is going to be tied up at 0 apiece with 3 minutes and 50 seconds left on the clock. Let's get it going. Make sure you get the word out. Send some love to everybody around, as it is going to be Freebies that get themselves the first goal of the game. And it's going to be Eugen with a cheeky little shot off of the top right-hand corner of his vehicle as he pushes that in for a goal now as we kick off yet again. There's going to be a potential another freebie there for the squad, but we'll get boosted off as now it is going to be Atomic, the blue-sided team that needs to try push their way forward. I don't feel like they've been connecting as well as they have previously, but today Freebies with their squad. Just to give you a little bit of an outline, who is who here. Kopi, Eugen, and Zero representing Freebies on the opposite side. On Atomic, we've got Casper. We've obviously got Echo and Yopi Go. One of their players, I believe that is Falcon, unable to make it here today, so they have their substitute player in Echo standing out. So let's see if Echo can resonate here with his team and make them essentially try get some kind of lead in this game eventually. Game number 1 maybe not there for them just yet, as it is going to be Kopi that gets the goal for his squad, doubling their lead in this match number 1 of the grand finals, ladies and gentlemen. It is Atomic taking on Freebies as we get ourselves off to another kickoff, and Zero will find himself on the back foot for the first time in a while. It's Casper tipping this one over the top for his teammate, and just like that is going to be another goal. Yopi Go. If you're an Atomic supporter, you can't rule them out just yet. But one thing that I'm going to make sure that we can get ourselves set up is who is taking the grand final, who is winning this. Is it going to be Atomic? Is it going to be the good old Freebies team? I want to find out. We'll put up that poll in just a couple of seconds, and we'll see who you think is going to be winning. We'll give you a little bit of a shout out on stream as well, and Kopi does look like he's going to be able to have an open net directly in front of him. Freebies get themselves another splash in the pool, as there's going to be yet another goal as they retake that 2-goal advantage. Just in terms of overall, ladies and gentlemen, we asked the question a little bit earlier today. 24 votes in total. Atomic Esports with 50% of the vote, to 12 votes going in favor of Atomic, despite Freebies having the lowest percentage. They're here and have risen to the top and out of retirement, forced way back into that old age home of theirs to essentially fight another day. Echo tips this one over the top. Will he be able to find the double? No, it's Casper with the follow through. Gets a shot on target, but the goal line clearance does come out. And now it's going to be Echo on defense as he puts that one up towards the top side. Oh, it is going to be Kopi that tries to raise up to the challenge. Now Zero gets a great ball position here for his teammate, but it's going to be a fantastic clearance coming in from Echo yet again. Casper trying to essentially work his way in here. It's going to be Eugen that watches it rise high and will be able to get out with a clearance. And now Echo finally forcing his way back on defense, as Freebies looking so good so far with 1 minute 40 seconds left on the clock. It is Atomic that need to essentially get themselves bumping up and getting that momentum moving forward as Casper chips this one high, and it's going to be just enough from the Freebies team that keep juggling it around their net. Echo collects this one on his bonnet on the low side, doesn't have a lot of boost to work with, and it's going to be Echo that finds it all the way out towards his opposite side. Yopigo, he's the veteran player for the squad. Oh, narrowly misses out on the wall bump, but it is going to be wee Casper that rises up high. Where's Echo going to find himself? Oh, mistimes that one slightly, and that's going to give them an opportunity, but it's going to be Yopigo on defense with 1 minute left on the clock. Who will be standing up to the test? Who is going to be walking home with that big prize of some cash in the back pocket? Remember, 2,000 Rand in cash prizes up for grab in this, and we'll be doing much more of this, and as I mentioned a little bit earlier, 25,000 Rand in cash. And if you're just wondering what that breakdown is, it's 1,000 Rand for first place, second place 600 Rand, third place will get themselves 400 Rand in cash. So a big difference between that first as well as second place, 1,000 Rand going across to the winning team here today. And with 28 seconds left on the clock, Eugen puts up the ball up high. We'll keep on pressing up against this atomic goal line. And Freebies, they have been looking so fantastic. They had a little bit of a dangerous game number 1 here in the winners bracket final, as essentially finding Atomic pressing and managing to essentially lose that match to them 1-0. So Atomic definitely have what it takes. However, this time they'll find themselves short yet again. Game number 1 goes in favor of Freebies, who are now simply 2 games away from taking the W here and finding themselves as the winners of the Astro Gaming Cup on this oh so spooky Halloween day. Does look like all the players are going to be ready and set to go. And we're going to just have to wait and see who's going to be the team that will essentially differentiate themselves between their opposition. And it is Echo as well as wee Casper that rejoins the lobby. And we go to kickoff as it is Freebies on the 1-0 in the lead. And it is going to be the wall ride coming in from wee Casper. It's a big opportunity as things get reset. Just a little bit of a chance for them to breathe and recalculate. How are we going to be able to take on this Freebies squad that they've, in all honesty, been struggling up against? And Freebies clear their lines yet again. And it's going to be Atomic with the work to do here, as Eugen finds himself essentially on the front foot of a demo there up against wee Casper, putting himself into a favorable position, as it is going to be this Freebies team working their way out of defense and into their opposition's court. And honestly, at the moment, Freebies, they've been looking so good with their passing play. It does always seem like that they've got an extra man at times. This one gets chipped over the top. Kumkopi's not going to be able to find the connection. However, as this ball drifts towards the opposition court, Echo has 0 burst to work with. So Kumkopi's going to work his way towards this right-hand side. Has enough boost to try rise up high, but Casper's going to put it down low. And now it is about who's going to be able to contest this one. It lifts itself up and falls down. Nobody finds their way in just yet. It's wee Casper up against the backboard. Atomic are not going to give up, and you've got to love that goal line score, as the atomic nucleus essentially reacts and we get the explosion that Atomic needs. And ladies and gentlemen, this one is definitely not over yet. Alright, so wee Casper yet again puts this one down, and maybe that's going to give them the confidence booster that they need here today. Atomic have constantly found themselves on the back foot. They must feel so frustrated, knowing that they've got the potential to take on this Freebies team, knowing that they've got the potential to beat this Freebies team, and now in the driving seat for the first time in quite a long time. This one gets pressed up against the backboard. Echo is not going to be able to rise up in time, as the team will need to double back. Eugen is there, 0 with the perfect touch, but wee Casper, the man seems to be playing like he's a 2-vehicle split, because he's just all over the map at this point in time. Bounces this one up against the backboard. Kumkopi will be able to deflect it. Who's going to be there? Is Yopigo ready? No, he's not going to be able to find any connection, but Echo Boosts that one up forward. Kumkopi now gets a great raise up towards his opposite number. Ooh, tries to flick it up, but once again, Freebies are there, but it puts its way up, and Casper yet again does enough to get his opposition out of their comfort zone. And Echo pushes that one in toward the top left, or bottom left corner, but not going to be able to find their way in. And Atomic are on the defense yet again. Zero trying to push his way forward. Sees a ball on the side, and it's a narrow miss coming in. I'm not too sure who missed out on that. I think that's Yopi Go on the line. Finds himself trying to reverse towards the ball, but unable to clear it as Zero finds his opposition in an uncomfortable position and gets them in with the goal. Great play there coming in from this Freebie squad, who will not relent. They will not slow down. Casper has to be the player of Atomic so far that has been relentless in his attack, always seemingly there. And at the moment, Echo tries to bounce this one up, trying to see if he can find Casper. Oh, it's a dangerous position as Zero clears the lines. Casper tries to go in for the 50-50. Doesn't go in his favor as Eugen finds this one grossly connected up towards the middle of the court. Which way will it fall? Which way will it drop? A little bit of miscommunication coming in there from Atomic as both players drive into one another. Are they going to be able to clear their lines? No, it's pinpoint accuracy being shown in there from Zero, who gets the goal. So fantastic play there from him. And it is going to be Freebies that take the lead. And oh, the demoralizing feeling that must be here for this Freebie squad. Oh, it's got to be so frustrating. I mean, the Atomic squad rather. And at the moment, it's Eugen that clears the line. And it is going to be Kumkopi there on defense. So now, as this one falls low, oh, it's going to be a pinch that comes in. Oh, very fortunate there are the Freebies team that one didn't find its way in towards the back of the net. And this one gets drifted up towards mid-court at the moment. It's going to be Casper with some work to do. And with 1 minute left on the clock, Freebies keep on pounding on the pressure. They keep on knocking at the door. And this one is a lovely shot coming in. However, the defensive play is coming in here from Atomic as the counter-attacking opportunity is on. Casper's there, but he will get bounced back. He tries to get this one as a 50-50 towards mid-court, but Zero gets this one pushed up towards the right-hand side. And now with 40 seconds left on the clock, it is going to be Casper yet again on defense. 35 seconds. Who will be able to clinch this one? It is going to be Freebies again, trying to work their way in, trying to find another goal, a little bit of breathing room per chance. As this one gets drifted over the top goal line, it is going to be the spins that come in from Zero, but this time not going to be able to find the mark. This one gets lifted up high and dangerously so, but it does look like Eugen's there as this one gets pushed back from Kumkopi. Oh, it goes high. Casper's there yet again. Will there be a teammate? No, there won't be. As 3 seconds left on the clock, this is surely their last opportunity to try draw this one close, as the ball will potentially filter down. No, it remains in the air, and it looks like Freebies want another bite at the cake. Yopi Go tries to keep it in. Echo under the ball. Once again, it rises up high. Huge amount of time. And there we go. Freebies get themselves game number 2 here, and now are only 1 game away from taking the W, taking that championship, and essentially walking home with that 1,000 Rand in the back pocket. All right, so looking at our votes, we've got 86% of you believing that Freebies are going to take it. It's a little bit of a freebie vote for you guys, as they are, I mean, they should. With all regards, I mean, they've been prolific throughout this series so far, and now potentially going to be able to win their second best out of 5. It is going to come down to whether they can hold down this momentum, but no. It's Echo that comes up and says, not a chance. Are you going to write us down just yet? As he gets the goal, and Zero couldn't move his bumper out of the way, unfortunately, as it is Freebies once again on the back foot here, as Atomic have definitely looked a little bit more aggressive from kickoff. And oh my goodness, Zero, he says, you know what, it's that easy for me, ladies and gentlemen, as he drifts in And watching this from the side, gets the kickoff and the follow through. Oh my goodness, such good placement as he puts that one in towards the bottom left hand corner. It's Atomic 1, Freebies 1. So we go to kickoff yet again. It's going to be another game where we're tied up at 1 apiece. As this one drifts in towards the right hand side, Wee Casper tries to get this up towards Echo. It gets pinched up towards the right hand side as Wee Casper over the top, but it's Eugen with a huge defense as he comes up to get that one off of his line. 4 minutes 30 seconds at the moment as Wee Casper rises up. It's the demo that comes in, but it's the counter attack coming in from Zero to just turn a little bit more time. Oh, that one drifts so dangerously. Oh no, it's Yopigo that just misses out on the goal line there. Oh, he's going to be screaming the fact that he didn't get that one in. Oh, and it is going to be Atomic. They had the opportunity there to take the lead yet again. This one drifts up high, and there we go. Finally, Atomic get the lead that they've needed. As it is going to be Wee Casper with a little bit of a tap in, just watching this one down from low, and gets the goal that he needs for his team. 4 minutes on the clock. Atomic are not going to relent. Alright, so we go to kickoff yet again. Kickoffs have been particularly quite dangerous, as that's where we've seen a lot of the goals coming in from. At the moment, the ball once again drift dangerously in front of the Freebies goal line. Wee Casper will need to double back here with almost full boost in hand as Echo tries to drift this one up towards the left-hand side of the court. It is going to be Wee Casper, pinches this one up high, and once again, Atomic are looking a little bit more dangerous at the moment than they were previously. And I've got to say, perhaps the nerves are starting to tick for this Freebie squad, who have built themselves up a favorable lead in terms of game count at the moment. This would be, for Atomic, the biggest reverse sweep if they can come up with this, and given themselves a more difficult opportunity to do so. So can they turn on in a big way here? Wee Casper puts this one up in towards the bottom right-hand corner, but it's going to be Freebies now on the attack. Komkopi rises up towards the mid-court. Needs his teammates, but doesn't see anybody there to be able to assist. Oh, it's going to be a big defense coming in there from Eugen, who comes up with a goal line clearance. Now it's all about the follow-through from Eugen. The demo comes in there from Echo. The goal line gets cleared. It's Yopigo with the goal, and what good play coming in here from Atomic. It looks like they've finally switched on. My goodness. This is what we like to see. This is the Rocket League that we came here to watch, ladies and gentlemen. At the moment, it is going to be kickoff yet again. Freebies. Will they rise up to the challenge? This one gets pinched up high, and it's all about the follow-through from Komkopi. Will not be able to find it. The angle not proving favorable for him. Oh my goodness, and just like that, Atomic get themselves up with a huge opportunity. It's Echo that gets that shot in. And now it's going to be Freebies on the defense. Eugen trying to clear his lines, misses out on the ball, and it's Wee Casper trying to go in for that 50-50, but won't find it falling in his favor. As Yopigo puts this one up onto the left-hand bar. Nothing just yet. As there we go from Eugen. The ball rises up high, up against the backboard. It gets pinched forward over the top. Not going to be able to find the mark, but Atomic keep on pressing. And they seemingly turn on when their life is on the line in this tournament, in this series. It looks like they can change the game and turn it in their favor. And at the moment, it is Freebies that are the team that seem to be scrambling at this point in time, as it's another close, narrow miss coming in here from Atomic as Freebie tries to push their way forward. It is Wee Casper that will watch this one safely leave their defensive lines, and it's a huge performance coming in here from Atomic. I don't know what they've done. I don't know what has changed, but it does look like mentally, or even just in terms of communication, they are working phenomenally as a team. And look at the defensive plays coming in here at the last. It's something to behold. Our South African Rocket League scene has definitely come a long way, and just being able to see such skill and such teamwork out on the field, and just seeing that increase with every successive year in Rocket League has been absolutely such a pleasure. And at the moment, the goal line will get cleared from Freebies yet again. They need to turn this one into their favor, because right now it has been non-stop as Echo gets himself another goal for his team. 4-1 in favor of Atomic. And it looks like they've switched on in a massive way at the moment. which way will this go? We have yet to wait out and see. Is this going to be the biggest reverse sweep that we've seen in Rocket League in quite some time? All right, Casper doing the dribbling, doing the work. Oh, it drifts up high, and we'll try going for the second tap in there, but it's going to be Eugen that rises up on defense with his trademark no skin. As this one drifts up towards the front, it is going to be Komkopi that will just get pushed off the ball, and the goal line will get cleared. It's a huge defensive play coming in there from Eugen, but it's not going to be enough as Casper bounces his way forward, and 34 seconds left on the clock, and game number 3 is all but complete at the moment in terms of scoreline. At the moment 5-1, but it really can go further in favor of Atomic, you feel, who has been going non-stop. But Eugen wants to get himself a little bit of a consolation prize. Unfortunately, not going to be able to find the ball to fall too much into his favor. And it does look like Atomic will be able to work their way in towards this one, as they once again are just looking like a different machine altogether. Casper dribbling this one over the top. Unfortunately for him, Komkopi will be able to rise up to the challenge and tries to bounce this one up against the backboard. It is going to be Yopi go. Now, just will watch this one drift up and get put down low. I think for the Freebies squad, they might just want to end this one nice and early. No, it does look like they'll keep going, keep challenging. Casper drifts in. Casper unfortunately won't get the goal there, but Atomic get themselves up another game. It is currently Atomic that find themselves with a round of their own, and Freebies are finding themselves for the first time without momentum in their favor. So 5-1. And that means that Freebies gonna hopefully just use a couple of seconds to gather themselves towards themselves, as they can just go in for a little bit of breather. Can they slow things down as we get ready for game number 4 in the grand final? As it is going to be, I hope, ladies and gentlemen, you're enjoying yourselves on stream. Make sure you get the word out. Drop some love to a WhatsApp group, if you will, just to see who we can get us to join us here today. As at the moment it is going to be Kickoff that we wait for, as we get ready for game number 4 here in the grand final. Ladies and gentlemen, for each and every one of you that joined us here today, a big thank you, a big shout out. Some love will be shown and shared, as for right now it is going to be Freebies and Atomic in this game number 4. Currently scores locked up at 2-1. Freebies definitely want to try turn momentum in their favor early on here, as Atomic just came out firing, and we haven't seen that from Atomic in this series thus far. It was a bit questionable. I mean, they came into the series as one would argue the favorites, but just like that, Freebies find themselves with the first goal of the game. And great shot being put in there from Komkopi as he managed to get the goal there for his squad. But as I was saying a little bit earlier, is that Atomic, just in that way, when it connects, and sometimes you don't even need the communication. You just kind of work it together with your team, and you start to feel momentum. You feel that chemistry come together, and it looked like Atomic just had that going and oozing in terms of chemistry out of every single pore, as it does seem like at the moment Freebies have managed to turn something in on its head, and it's not an easy place to come from. When you come out off of a defeat of 5-1, to turn things into a 1-0, it's a huge momentum shift at the moment, as Atomic are on the back foot and staring down with their life on the line in this tournament, as Freebies will try to find their second goal here. And Zero puts that one up towards the bottom left-hand corner. Now it's going to be Atomic, and it's going to be Eugen on the defensive side of things. And Eugen's a name synonymous with Rocket League in South Africa, has been a part of the scene for quite some time. At the moment the ball will rise up high, and it does look like, oh, it's a big clearance coming in there from Casper, and once again ball will get reset. It's going to be Zero that rises up high. Will he be able to knock it down low? Oh, it's a huge opportunity, but not going to be able to find its way in. Well, top right-hand corner, Eugen, you beauty, comes up with the shot needed to. As he puts that one up towards the top right-hand corner. Huge play coming in there from Eugen. And Atomic now staring down with a 2-0 deficit. As the ball will get chipped in towards the left-hand side, will we see Atomic turn it around again? I think that's the question we're all asking ourselves at the moment, and the goal gets put up towards the top. It is going to be Echo with the follow-through, but not going to be able to hit the target there. A bit unfortunate there for Echo. As Wee Casper rises up high. He loves his acrobatics. He tries to work that in with a double touch low, but Yopigo rises up high. Will he be able to get the backboard touch? No, it's clinical, as it's going to be Echo that gets that final finish there. Atomic bring it back within one. Looks like we've got a nail biter on our hands, ladies and gentlemen. So, one goal is what separates these two teams. That really can go either way between them two. They've definitely given us some fantastic action to watch throughout the day. And here we go, Atomic trying to rise up to the challenge, but there we go, Eugen's on the opposite side, pinches that up towards the left-hand side. Well, rather not a pinch, just a knock up towards the left-hand side, and we've got Komkopi trying to work his way up toward the back side of the goal line. Freebies all sitting with boosters. They should come out of this one relatively safe to be able to defend their lines. It's all about just making sure that they don't commit too many players towards the ball on their own goal line. That's caught them out in the past. And at the moment gets raised up towards the right-hand side. Huge opportunity here. Wee Casper once again comes up clutch when he needs to, just slowly, subtly playing that one out of his box, gets himself a little bit of room, and now his teammate is that Yopigo trying to come up with a follow-through. Defensive lines will get cleared. It's Komkopi now on the opposite side of things. Eugen, this one gets knocked out. Echo, it's Yopigo, chips it over the top. Ooh, it's a goal as Wee Casper comes out with a follow-through to make it 2-2. And right now, ladies and gentlemen, in this game number 4, Atomic find themselves with the comeback from 2-0 down on total score count to bring it back. It's still anybody's game. 1 minute, 30 seconds left on the clock. Alright, so the ball gets knocked up towards opposite side of the court. It is going to be Freebies that try to keep on attacking. Nobody's there to pick up the thirds as Wee Casper dribbles his way towards the line. Goal line clearance gets made there from 0. Now, can he make his way up towards the right-hand side? The demo comes in from Wee Casper, but players go for the 50-50. Is there anybody to be able to come up with the finish? Not enough coming in there from Komkopi. And at the moment, the lines will get cleared on the opposite side. It's back and forth between these two teams. 0 tries to come up with the backwards over the top. No, not going to be able to find its way in. Eugen will kick the ball up high and drifts it up against the side. It's going to fall dangerously here. Who's going to be there to challenge? It's a huge opportunity. It falls up towards the line, and there we go. It's Komkopi with the goal. 44 seconds left on the clock. And what a finish there at the last. Gets in between both of those Atomic players and gets himself a goal for the squad. Huge plays being made in there. And we've got ourselves a game in hand, ladies and gentlemen. Freebies now 40 seconds away from clinching this match. Yopigo will not give up without a foul. Oh my goodness, dirty plays coming in there from Yopigo. Huge as he drifts up with that backboard touch in mid-air, and oh, Eugen just watched it go wide. 34 seconds left on the clock. Huge plays being made there from the Atomic squad, and right now still can fall into anybody's favor. Maybe we will have our first sudden death of the game, but it's going to be Freebies who are on the attack. The demo comes in. They've got a little bit of space to work with, but the ball gets put in towards the opposite side of the court. Now it's going to be Freebies on defense. They try to clear their lines. Will they be able to work their way higher? It is going to be the Atomic team on the front presses. Echo tries to get the backboard bunt. It's a miss out coming in from Freebies. 8 seconds left on the clock. This one really can go either way. It is going to be a rise up high, and the ball gets pinched up towards Atomic. Ooh. They're going to feel slightly unlucky there, but we go to sudden death, ladies and gentlemen. Echo chips it up. Komkopi sees a net directly up in front of him. Oh, but it's going to be Yopigo that rises up with the defensive prowess to be able to clear his line just in time. And now it's going to be a knockoff coming in from the Freebie squad, but it doesn't look like they've got any boost to be able to work with. Zero essentially tries to 360 his way in towards that one. Kumkopi comes up just with a minor touch. He goes for the 50-50. It's still falling slightly into the Freebies team's favor, but they need a teammate to be able to react in time. The positional placement is going to be absolutely crucial here. And oh, it gets put over the top. It's Kumkopi that takes the win. And ladies and gentlemen, there it is. Seemingly out of nowhere, puts it up against the sideboard and just double tap that one just over his opposition, and it is going to be the Freebies that take the W in this Astro Gaming Cups Rocket League final, and will find themselves essentially winning the grand finals. Ladies and gentlemen, that is going to bring a close to our series. It's a bit of fun here today. Thank you for joining us on this Halloween. And a congratulations again to Freebies who finished in first, Atomic in second. Third place will get taken by those out of retirement. Ladies and gentlemen, if you want to join more of the Rocket League action, we've got more and more tournaments coming your way. So make sure you check out acgl.co.za. A big shout out to the ACGL family and the ACGL admins taking care of business behind the scenes. Big love to all of your faces. And from myself, Nick Holden, and the rest of the ACGL team, we will catch you on the next one. Cheers.